I just finished watching a video from somebody titled How to Grow Long Lush Hair, and I immediately unfollowed the person. I am all for learning about the benefits of things like sea moss, right? I'm all for learning about the benefits of things like collagen. And while I've done a little bit of research into these things and found that there's not like super conclusive evidence that they actually improve your health measurably, I'm open to learning about it. And I'm open to learning about how it helped you specifically. But what really turns me off is when people are trying to kind of like pitch these lifestyle changes that don't actually matter whatsoever, right? There is a foundational principle that is applicable across any goal that you have, whether it's a financial goal, whether it is a career goal, a fitness goal, a relationship goal, and that is patience, right? That is consistency. You will find that that is the cornerstone piece that every single successful person has leveraged. Whatever the niche processes they used, whatever the like tips and really specific strategy that they used, at the end of the day, it came down to whether or not they were willing to commit themselves to the long term, right? I haven't cut my hair in over a year. And I didn't set out to grow like hair like this, right? I didn't set out to grow this beard. I tend to cut my own, hair. And then when I get busy, I don't do it. And then over time, I was like, nah, I kind of like the way this looks, right? It's like nice and full. I look kind of like Jesus. Maybe it makes me a little bit more credible. And so that's how it happened. The video that I watched was instructing people to eat sea moss. It was instructing people to supplement collagen. It was telling people that they should stop combing their hair, right? It was telling people that they should not use shampoo and conditioner ever, right? On top of some other things that you have to eat and all this stuff. Look, I eat a healthy diet, right? But I eat junk food sometimes. I abstain from alcohol for the most part, but I do drink sometimes. For those of you that are watching my dopamine detox journey right now, I am trying to abstain from these high dopamine feedback activities, right? But even those things that I have done them for a long period of time, and that did not impact the growth of my hair whatsoever. And so what I want you all to kind of take away from this is like, most of the time when people talk to you about a process like getting ripped or growing out long hair, for example, and they're like, it goes beyond just the consistency. It's like you gotta jump through all these hoops and you gotta do all these really specific things. I don't want you to just take that with a grain of salt, right? What I want you to hear is I want you to hear potential distractions, right? Things that are getting in the way of your belief that you can do something and you can have something. And it's going to take anything other than work and patience, right? I wash my hair with shampoo and conditioner multiple times a week. I comb my hair many times throughout the day. I just don't like when it gets matted and stuff. I'm losing like strands of hair in every single one of those combing sessions. Has that prevented me from getting these like luscious long locks? Absolutely not. Because it doesn't fucking matter, right? Be critical of the information you hear that goes beyond consistency. Be critical of the information that you hear that goes beyond just raw persistence and patience. Because at the end of the day, those people are most likely like beyond trying to sell you something. And look, I have a business, okay? I'm trying to sell you something, but I want to add value. I want to give you tools and information that is legitimately going to change your life, right? When a person tells you to abstain from like these various things to aid in a process that naturally happens on its own, no matter what you do. And look, you might have some kind of disease or deformity that prevents you from growing hair that is thick and, like a specific length, or it's patchy in certain areas. Genetically, I am blessed. That's just how it is, right? Like my mom has really thick hair. Her parents have really thick hair. That's how it happened for me, right? And maybe if I didn't have such, if I wasn't genetically, at an advantage, maybe these other kinds of supplementation and whatnot would help me. But at the end of the day, like most of you have the capacity to do this. And it's not that you're missing collagen, right? The evidence that collagen is actually going to aid in improving the health of your hair and your nails is actually incredibly slim. And I'm willing to debate that. Like if you're like, no, listen, you don't know what you're talking about. Show me the evidence, right? I've done the research. And again, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying from the limited studies that I've read, there's very minimal evidence. But that's the whole point of this video, right? Is like you are holding your hopes and dreams at arm's length because you are not willing to acknowledge that it's just going to take time. It's going to take an adjustment of your identity. It's going to take an adjustment of your willingness to like stand in front of people and have them be like, oh, you're looking kind of scraggly. Like you're looking like you need a haircut, right? Like people say that to me. They said that to me all the time until there was like this tipping point of like, wow, you have really nice hair, right? So that's what you have to accept. It's patience, it's time, right? And that's This is a video about how to grow long hair and how to get a nice luscious beard, because let's be honest, I mean, it's a video about how to persist and how to achieve damn near anything in life, right? When I first started in entrepreneurship, I started with a whole lot of people, right? There was a whole lot of people sort of my age, sort of my skill level that I started in these various cohorts with, whether it was a coaching group, whether it was like an accountability group. 90% of those people are no longer in the game. It's not because they didn't know the right skills. It's not because they didn't find out the right tactics, right? It's because they didn't have the persistence, right? And so every single person that you'll meet that it's like they're trying to instruct you on how to do something, and it requires these things that are outside of yourself, really, right? Maybe that's their own limiting belief. Maybe they have an agenda. But at the end of the day, they are introducing a process that prevents you from simply accepting that you already have what it takes to do those things. If you want to grow long, lush hair, if you want a nice beard like mine, you can send me a DM and you can buy my coaching course, which will help you grow out long, luscious hair. Just kidding. I don't have any of that. I want you guys to understand that it's just patience. It's just time. Like, you just got to wait. You don't have to stop washing your hair. You don't have to stop combing your hair. Okay. You don't need some specific supplement. And if you do, talk to your doctor, because they're going to give you the specific reason why that thing is necessary for you. Some dude on the internet, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Some dude that tells you you need a collagen supplement and CMOS doesn't know what they're talking about, right? So don't give into that. Don't create authorities out of people who just have something that fucking anybody can have if they just waited around and didn't shave. That's how I grew long, lush hair. I didn't shave. I didn't cut my hair. It's been over a year. I'll try to find some like before picture where it was like the first, like the last time I got a haircut or something that would give you some type of reference and how long ago it was. But it's just time, right? That's all it is. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, or follow me wherever you're watching this video. And yeah, you too can grow your hair out, I promise.